Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Froe Show. My name is Frank Mencken, and I am joined, as always, by my beautiful co-host, Joe Murray.
Hey, Frank.
Hello.
How are you going?
I am good. It's very quiet.
It is very quiet.
It'll sound fine in the recording.
Yeah,
but for us,
it's really quiet.
it sounds like someone is playing it on a phone in the other room.
Yeah, like 2 rooms over.
Maybe 4.
4 rooms
Go
over.
wild. Why
on
not?
their phone on the lowest setting.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
No.
Episode 22.
22. My goodness, we're nearly halfway, nearly 6 months.
I know. 6 months is 24, I think.
20.
Yeah.
23.
6, no, because 6 times 4, because we do 4 episodes a month.
Yeah.
6 times 4
I don't know. 24.
is 24.
Right.
So the 6 months will be 24.
Oh, so we're nearly. Oh, that is crazy.
We're almost halfway to a year.
That is insane.
That is wow.
Wow.
I have some Patreon stuff I want to talk about real quick.
Oh, yes.
So I wanted to at the start the first episode of every month, which I think was technically last episode. It was technically last episode because that came out on
Today's the
first.
Oh, yeah, well, right.
This
yeah,
is the
when
first
it came
episode
out.
that we're
Yeah.
recording in August. Yeah. But I wanted to at the start of every month thank our Patreon members. And just give them a shout out. So we got 2 new patrons this month. So thank you to Wes Fullstop and Alicia Smith for being our patrons. We really appreciate you. Also, we have added a new tier in the Patreon. Now, I would like to clarify that this tier is not expected to be used.
No.
But we have added a $100 tier because we thought it would be funny.
Yes.
Is the actual reason. And if anyone ever wants to give us $100 a month, they can.
Yeah.
There are no added benefits, but we just thought it'd be fun.
Maybe we should put a picture of them here or something.
That's what I was thinking. But I think that should be worth more than $100.
You reckon?
I reckon that should be worth more than 100. I reckon that should be
More than
$1,000 a month.
You want to make it
to get
$1,000
to get someone's picture, because man, we have to print the picture, we have to frame the picture.
That's a lot of money.
We have to find a spot to put it. Might have to get a table to put it on.
Oh,
you
my
know,
goodness.
like it's a lot of effort. So we might. What should we call that? I know another podcast that does it.
Yeah.
That does it for their $1,000 tier.
Jeez.
And that's their employee of the month.
Employee of the month.
So we might add an employee of the month
Employee
tier
of the month.
to get your picture on the show.
That's just no.
But yeah, we might.
Anyway.
we'll have a think about
Yeah,
it.
we'll chat about that later, maybe.
But yeah, thank you to those people that have subscribed to the Patreon.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you. 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Let's do the news. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Froe News. I am your anchor, Frank Mencken, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-anchor, Joe Murray. I was hoping you would say it, but you didn't. So
No, that's your job.
okay. That's my job. Joe, do you have news this week?
I don't know. I was a little slack this
All
week.
right, it's just me then.
I mean, not a lot happened this week, did it?
So much happened this week.
Oh, okay.
There is much that happened this week.
Oops.
I'm just gonna get. Ooh, I'm sorry,
Whoa.
microphone.
Well.
You know what? I'm just gonna stop touching my. I've
touching.
gotten a habit of grabbing it.
I know. I saw that you were just sitting there with your hand on the arm, and
It makes me feel safe. Anyway, news. To start us off, Universal Pictures and AMC Theaters have put aside a bit of feud and signed a multi-year agreement that will allow the studio's films to premiere on premium video on demand within 3 weeks of their theatrical debuts. So previously it was 6 months that they could go on to streaming services, now 3 weeks.
Wow.
So that is a great shift for the consumers, and hopefully that'll make them some more money as well.
Yeah.
Disney Pixar have announced their new film Luca. Premiering in theaters summer 2021. The film is set in a seaside town on the Italian Riviera where a boy has a summer of a lifetime. So it'll be cute getting a new Disney Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Next up, Splinter Cell, the animated series, has been announced from John Wick writer Derek Kolstad and will be set at Netflix. A 2-season, 16-episode order has been made by the streaming service for the Splinter Cell animated series, so based on the game series Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Which should be cool.
Yeah, wow.
The Sopranos and Goodfellas writers have joined forces to create a new mafia drama series for Showtime. The untitled series is inspired by Pileggi's in-depth chronology of organized crime in America, which is also the history of corruption in America as seen through the eyes of the mafia's first family. So it'd be good to get some new mafia drama series going on. Tom Hanks is in talks to play Geppetto in Disney's live-action Pinocchio, which should be interesting. What's also interesting about that is there is another live-action Disney, another live-action Pinocchio movie or series being made for Netflix. So that'll be two competing Pinocchio stories at the same time, which would be very strange.
That'll be weird, yeah.
This week, season 2 of The Umbrella Academy came out on Netflix, which is very exciting. I haven't watched it just yet. I'm very excited to. I really love that show. So I'm hoping that season 2 is just as good as season 1, but from what I've heard, it is very, very good.
Right.
Celebrity birthdays this week. There have been heaps and heaps and heaps. I'm only going to keep it down to the top 4. Jason Momoa turned 41 this week. Dylan and Cole Sprouse turned 28. Arnold Schwarzenegger turned 73. And Christopher Nolan turned 50 this week.
Wow.
So good on them for making it this far. Not that they wouldn't. But happy birthday to those people. Next up, I'm going to cover this shortly, but I want to talk about it later in the show as well. Ellen has come under fire this week. Staff on DeGeneres' talk show have denounced its toxic environment. Last month, 11 current and former employees of her usually popular talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, spoke out, alleging that there is a toxic workplace environment on her show, with one black employee stating that the writer made racist comments, and other employees saying they were fired after taking bereavement days to attend the funerals of family members.
Wow.
So a lot has come out about Ellen. We will talk about that a little bit later in the show, but I wanted to cover it quickly in the news. And lastly, the 2021 Oscars have been officially postponed due to coronavirus. The event will be moved from February 28th to April 25th to give filmmakers more time to finish their films in time for the awards. So that is all the news for this week. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah.
That was good news.
That was good news.
There was heaps of news last week, and that was only scratching the surface. There was heaps of stuff that I had to cut for time.
Yeah. I remember that Ellen thing. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, it's super messed up.
Yeah.
Like, super messed up. Heaps of people have come forward and are basically like, she is not a good person.
Oh.
And I saw, the interesting thing now is that a lot of celebrities and stuff that have been guests on the show have come out and been like, oh, my experience on the Ellen show was incredible and I had a great time and blah, blah, blah. But, like, it's not really comparable. It's like going into it's like when you're working at a retail store and you work at the store and you're in the back and you're thinking about how much you hate your job and your boss is an asshole. But then you're like, the people that are in the front of the store are like, wow, this store's amazing. Like, it's that sort of, I feel like it's that sort of vibe.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, so that's been really
crazy.
It's I think it's good for that kind of thing to come out though. That like.
But how long's that show been running? Like, how long has that been?
Like decades.
Yeah.
I think 20. I think it's about to hit 20 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
so
a
how long's
while.
that been going on for then?
Probably ages.
Yeah.
But like, wow, shock horror, multi-millionaire woman is not as nice as she seems on camera.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought? But no, it's definitely an interesting story. I'm interested to see kind of how that affects her career.
Yeah.
Because
will guests, I guess, less likely to go on now? But because then all the people who are coming out, all the celebrities that are coming out are saying that they had a great experience. So it's kind of
I don't know if I don't know if the show will continue.
You reckon?
Well, there's been talks of it being cancelled and stuff. So I mean, I don't really know. Like, it's never really happened before.
No.
Like, it's happened.
How is the show running with like social distancing anyway? Do you know?
I think they're just doing it over Zoom.
Right.
Yeah. But it is interesting though, because Ellen was one of the first, not one of the first, but is really the only talk show where she is the brand.
Yeah.
Like, you've got other shows, like you've got Oprah and stuff. But those shows are very much like community based.
Yeah.
Whereas Ellen is very much like, haha, I'm Ellen, I do dances.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's kind of it's a different kind of show. So something like this has never really happened before.
True.
But it should be
Yeah,
interesting
very
to see
interesting.
what happens with the show. If someone else takes over the show, if she steps down.
Well, if you were in her position, would you let that? Like, would you want
Um,
someone to take over your brand if you've sort of built yourself as you?
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
I don't think it's a case of letting someone do that. I think it's a case of having to,
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
Like, for the sake of your
For-
brand and your
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Like, you just...
Or would you let someone buy it out? Maybe. I don't know.
Man, I feel like she has enough money to just, like...
Chill, hang out.
hang out. Yeah, I think she'll probably just, like, put the show on hold for a bit and then come back in, like, a year and be like, haha, everything's fine. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah. Because is it her or is it like the other people?
It's
Like
it's
the-
her, like her
it's her.
specifically, yeah. So obviously the two things that I talked about in the news segment were that 11 current and former employees said that there were toxic workplace environments. One of the black employees said that a writer made racist comments, and another said that they were fired after taking days off to attend a funeral. So,
Jeez.
and there was other things that these aren't in my notes, but there were other things that I heard about, like new people on staff being told, like, don't look at Ellen, don't talk to her, don't look her in the eyes.
Whoa.
That sort of thing.
Jeez.
Where it's like, okay,
What the heck?
all right, Ellen.
Yeah, settle down. How tall is she? 4'5".
I think she's like 5'4", 5'5".
I was gonna say 4'8", but
I'm gonna look it up. How tall is Ellen DeGeneres? How tall is Ellen?
I suppose it's not her you have to worry about. It's probably like the bodyguard walking beside her, who's 8'4".
That's true. Oh, she's tall.
Is she?
She's my height.
Oh.
Yeah, she's 5'7".
Oh.
She is exactly my height. She's 171 centimeters.
Wow. Wait, you're only 5'7"?
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Sorry, you
I'm
should've
just.
seen
I'm
that
just
coming.
gonna bleep that. And no one will ever know how tall I am. I could be 7 foot.
I know how tall you are, and I'm gonna just mention that at some point you'll forget to bleep it.
I don't think I'll actually bleep it. That would be a bit sad if I was that insecure about my height to bleep it. I'm 5'7" and proud. I'm also oh, what's his name? Oh my goodness. Jon
guy?
Snow, the guy that plays Jon Snow, Kit Harington.
Oh yeah.
Kit
yes.
Harington is also 5'7".
Oh
So
wow.
you know, if
Okay.
I can be his height,
That's
I'm
impressive.
sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
no
You
stress.
can be that successful in that height. then,
Exactly.
yeah.
I have no worries. I had something else. I have other news, but
Ooh.
I wanted to talk about it in a separate section because it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
So this as of recording, so I know we've talked about it before, but we record the podcast on a Thursday.
Yes.
And the episode comes out on a Monday.
Yes.
Now, as of 3 hours before we are recording,
Oh.
yeah. So this is
Super
fresh.
recent.
This is still developing
Yeah.
as of now. So we'll talk about it more in the next episode once there's more information. But
Yeah.
as of 3 hours before recording, Jake Paul, his house has just gotten raided by the FBI.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
What?
Jake Paul, YouTube star, YouTube sensation with millions of subscribers, who panders quite heavily to children,
Yeah.
and young teens. His house has just been raided by the FBI.
Whoa.
So I'll just read. I'll just
Yeah.
read the like little blurb. Authorities have seized multiple firearms from the Calabasas home of YouTube star Jake Paul after the FBI served a search warrant early this morning. So
Gee.
they
Why did they see the need to get a warrant?
well, currently, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly,
Yeah.
for our safety, allegedly, Jake Paul has a bunch of illegal firearms,
Right.
which, you know, again, who'd have thought?
Yeah. Who'd have thought this
Who'd have
rich
thought,
guy had?
Who'd have thought the man with an AR-15 tattoo on his leg had a bunch of illegal firearms? That tattoo is so bad, by the way. Not to bag him out, but it is really bad.
I haven't seen
I'll
it.
show you a picture after this show, but
Okay.
it is... actually, I'll show you on the Patreon show.
All right.
It is exceptionally terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there are a bunch of pictures that a bunch of news outlets have released,
Mm.
and there's like pictures of his rooftop, and
Yeah.
there was like a high-powered rifle, just like leaning against a hot tub, like a full
Whoa.
like 50 caliber rifle, just
What?
like leaning against a bathtub.
What the
and
heck?
like a bunch of automatic weapons, and it's like it
Oh
is
my
insane. Because like I saw that news that like the FBI was raiding him and stuff, and I was like, oh, it'll probably just be like, you know, he threw a party or something,
Yeah,
and like
I thought it
they're
might
gonna.
have been drugs or something.
Well, not even drugs. I just thought that he was getting in trouble for not following social distancing, and because the California laws are pretty strict at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, it'll probably just be like a social distancing thing.
Yeah.
But no, like,
Jeez.
it's firearms.
Seeing a 15 caliber like gun just chilling.
Yeah, and it's just and those things are like
They're huge. And the like just
Yeah.
the power in them is
Yep.
insane.
and that picture's because it is literally just leaning against a hot tub.
Oh. What the heck?
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm very interested to see how this impacts his career.
Yeah.
And if he gets charged for it, because he has the
True.
money to like, you know,
Yeah.
not
Just not.
just not.
Wow.
But I can't see any clear way for him to get out of this.
I don't know. Well, his audience is not like. His audience is quite young.
Oh, incredibly young.
So would that affect them? Like, would
He
they?
said in an interview a while back that his audience is like 8 to 12.
Whoa, really young. Is that legal?
Is what legal to market to that demographic.
Yeah. I mean, it
Well,
would
that's
be,
what a lot
but
of like commentary YouTubers and stuff have been talking about. Is it ethical for him?
Yeah.
Because his content is incredibly sexual,
Right.
like very sexual and very graphic, and like
Oh.
it's like I caught my girlfriend having sex with my brother prank, like that sort of thing.
Right.
And it's like,
Okay.
should that be content for children,
8-year-olds?
for actual children?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. But I'm very interested to see how it impacts his career
Yeah.
on the whole, as well as like if he gets charged, because I'm almost certain he's going to bail himself out because he has the money for it.
Yeah.
But whether he gets fined or community service or jail time,
Yeah, jail time.
because
I
illegal
don't know.
firearms
It's
is
a pretty big deal, isn't it?
a
over there?
very big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the US, so
Yeah.
I mean, let me.
I don't know. Gun laws are so different.
Gun laws are
from
so different in the US.
Australia
Like
to
I have a
US.
general grasp of Australian gun laws, but
Just get a license.
yeah, it's just get a license and you can't have automatic weapons. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty simple.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. US illegal weapon in US. What is the
Because you must just need a license to maybe go up different tiers in the US or something.
Yeah.
But then to have a 50 caliber rifle, you have to be in the army or something, surely.
I mean, you'd have to have a very, very good reason to own one.
Yeah.
Like very
You'd
good.
have
I
to
don't
be
think you
like-
can just and the issue I don't think the issue is him owning it, because I think you are allowed to own it. I think the issue is
Having
the
it
amount that he had
right.
and having it
just
unlocked, just open.
right. Yeah.
Let me look it up. I'm looking up
'Cause
illegal.
they'd probably be looking into like possible things that he could do with them, and
Right.
I
So
wonder.
this is what the law. Oh, this is Queensland. Sorry, my mistake. Queensland is a 10-year sentence for owning an illegal.
10-year sentence.
Oh, it's so they can be so anyone who possesses a weapon that is specifically prohibited by state or federal law can be charged with possession of a prohibited weapon. Possession.
Which is?
Let me try and find this. Penalties. Possessing a prohibited weapon is often charged as a misdemeanor, though in some situations it can count as a felony offense. Misdemeanors are crimes for which the punishment is up to 1 year in jail, while a felony can lead to incarceration in prison for at least a year or more. In many jurisdictions, the dividing line between a misdemeanor and felony charge depends on whether the person convicted of a crime has been previously convicted of the same crime or convicted of any other felony. So a misdemeanor conviction for possessing a prohibited weapon often brings with it a fine as its primary penalty. A misdemeanor conviction might bring with it a fine of up to $1,000, while felony convictions can have fines of $10,000 or more. So it'll probably just end up being a fine.
Just a fine.
But
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And in Queensland, not
10 years. Done.
Illegal having an illegal firearm. 10 years in jail, in prison.
Yeah.
And wow. And in America, it's just, you'll get a fine.
Yeah. Gotta love it. You know what? Our US listener base, on ya.
Yeah.
Maybe don't get actually, there's not.
I mean, it's just a fine.
It's just a fine. If it's your first offense, get an illegal firearm.
Yeah.
I should probably clarify. This is not legal advice. Allegedly in the US.
Oh, that is insane.
But yeah, it should be.
I don't understand the gun laws in America.
Look. I feel like we should steer clear.
We should steer clear
of that
move on.
conversation.
Segue.
10 years in Queensland.
Yes.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting thing that I read.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, Instagram has launched something new this week.
Have they?
That is rolling out across the world currently. So I think we'll have it in the next week or so.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read my note here. Instagram launches TikTok clone Instagram Reels.
Ooh.
The new Instagram feature will let users record and edit 15-second videos with audio and will let users add visual effects. Users will be able to share Reels with followers in Instagram in a dedicated section called Reels in Explore, or in the story feature where posts disappear after 24 hours.
Oh.
So
That could be cool.
TikTok clone.
TikTok clone.
I find this super interesting because everything that Instagram has taken has killed its competitor. Like stories killed Snapchat.
Yeah.
That like all that sort of thing. So
yeah.
it should be interesting. I'm just checking on my phone if
it's updated.
If it's waiting for an update. But from what I can see,
that's crazy.
It says that it's not.
Because it's going to be banned in the US, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's because Trump
say
being like a little Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
But
let's not political talk.
no political talk.
We've talked about guns. No more political talk.
So no, I don't have it just yet on my Oh shit, no I do. It's here.
Is?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just totally looked past it. It's already here. Reels.
Is that on Instagram?
Yeah, this is Instagram now.
Wow.
Okay.
And it looks exactly like TikTok.
It looks exactly like TikTok.
Gee,
All
I
right.
wonder what the
And it already has
a lot of people on there.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's gonna what the algorithm is for it and how it compares to TikTok.
Yeah. All right. So how do you make?
Because
the
Instagram algorithm just in general is quite difficult to use.
Yeah.
It's quite not use but understand.
That being
it's quite
said,
hard getting onto like the Discover page and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. This is definitely interesting because I don't follow any of these people.
Right. So is there like a following and a For You page?
No. From what I can see, it's just. Okay, that one's funny. There's just. It looks like it's just a For You page. So from what I understand, it's a For You page, and then anyone that you're following, it'll just show up on your normal Instagram feed.
Oh. Wait, does a normal Instagram feed look any different?
Let me have a look.
Or maybe it'll come up in that page as well. So it's like maybe it prioritizes the people you're following. And
yeah,
then
I think
just
that's the case. But yeah, we got to get on this.
We do.
Yeah, 100%. Because these are all people that I don't follow, and I'm seeing the same people multiple times, which means there's not a lot of people here yet.
Sick.
Yeah, this is really cool. All right. We'll look into that after the show.
We will.
Maybe
on the Patreon. We can make one with the Patreon.
We'll make one with the Patreon. All right, I'm down. But wow, yeah. I did not realize that was already out. I was thinking that would be like soonish.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. We've got to get on that.
So yeah, check out Instagram Reels.
Instagram Reels.
But yeah, definitely interesting that Instagram has kind of killed every one of kind of. There's been a couple things that Instagram's started and then taken off because it didn't work out. But yeah, I mean, I think TikTok will still have a place.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't know. Like
with
TikTok
everything
killed
going on,
Musical.ly
it might.
And all that.
Yeah. Well, TikTok is Musical.ly.
Yeah. Yeah. But like a newer version.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same company.
Ah, right.
So they didn't kill Musical.ly. They are.
I
Musical.ly.
thought they were different.
No. My old Musical.ly account is still on TikTok.
Ah,
They just ported it all over to a new app.
right.
Because Musical.ly got a bad rep.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so I am definitely going to look into that. I'm also interested to see what you were saying about the algorithm.
Yeah,
Because-
because the TikTok one's quite good, quite easy to get your stuff out.
Yeah. That one's very much like, okay, we show it to these people, and if they like it, we show it to these people, and it just keeps
Yeah.
spreading.
Mm.
But I'm interested to see if because the Instagram, from the ones that I was seeing, there were no hashtags or anything.
Right.
It was just the video.
Were there many likes? Oh, I suppose can you
There
see
were,
likes?
yeah, you can. There was
Right.
it was like there was like the median was about 5K.
Right. So it must be quite similar.
Yeah. The algorithm will definitely be really interesting.
Yes, I'm really.
We might be able to like blast through that,
Hopefully.
especially since it's so new. So if we get on that
Super fresh.
now,
Right now.
I don't even know what we could do. We could probably do like a behind the scenes, what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Do like if we make it super high quality, people will be like,
Yeah, hopefully, because you were saying that looks quite an eye grabber on TikTok.
yeah.
So
So that should be interesting.
mm.
We'll have a play after.
even like behind the scenes of the video we're going to shoot later. That could be cool too.
that could also be very cool. I've learnt from those videos on TikTok that people get really angry if you don't show the final product.
Yeah. I get mad when I don't see the final product.
Like I saw one of this guy who and it was 100% going to be a terrible shot.
Yeah.
But this guy running to a pool and then jumping over the pool and turning around, taking a picture of a couple standing at the edge of the pool and then throwing his camera to someone else to catch it. And then and they didn't show the final product. So I was like, oh, that photo sucked.
Oh, my anxiety just went up thinking about that. Jumping over a
Oh,
pool.
it's fine. It was probably a terrible camera anyway. I don't think anyone
Probably.
would willingly do that with.
With an expensive
I would
camera.
not do that with my camera.
Would you do it with any camera of yours?
Once, look, yes, probably.
Do it with a 550D.
I would
Once
probably,
you get-
honestly, I would probably willingly do it with the 80D once I get my new camera,
Oh.
but not with a good lens. That would be the deciding
So-
factor.
What lens? The kit lens?
Yeah, probably. No, I'd probably use the 50mm. I'd probably use the Nifty 50.
But that's a good one.
Not really. It's cheap.
Oh.
That lens is $150.
Oh.
So they're disposable.
Yeah, okay.
Like if I was to choose any lens to put on something that had to get destroyed, it would be the 50mm because you can get them again so easy.
Oh, right.
If my 24-70 got destroyed, I would have a full breakdown. Like I would be sobbing
It's
and
such
crying.
a nice camera.
Yeah,
lens.
my EOS R setup is my pride and joy.
Yeah.
It is I was like,
It's so
oh, they
nice.
won't be able to see it. It's an EOS R with the RF to EF mount adapter and then the EF 24-70 2.8. That's my my
Numbers
general.
and stuff.
That's my general setup. And I love that lens. It is so sharp.
Yeah.
It is so sharp.
Yeah. It's really funny looking at the difference between the two in post.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. Speaking of lenses.
Oh.
Lenses. That's the next segment.
Yeah, sorry.
Speaking of lenses, I'm gonna kind of actually I probably have to talk about that first for context. For
Probably.
context, I bought a new camera, and I think I talked about that. Did I talk about this last week? Maybe. I don't know. Point is,
I don't think so.
I bought a new camera. I bought a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K.
Oh, I
Which
want it.
for the remainder of this, I'm just gonna call the Pocket 4K because
Yes.
it is. I can either call it the Pocket 4K or the Button 4K. But I think I'm just gonna call it the Pocket 4K.
The bum what?
The Button
button
the Button
button
4K.
button No, it's just
it's the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K.
No, that's its name now.
So I bought one of them. Now I ended up buying the older one. I didn't end up buying the 6K.
Yes.
For a very good reason. And I do kind of regret it in hindsight.
Right.
But only for shipping reasons, because the 6K is in stock everywhere. The 4K is on back order. So I have to wait a little bit longer to get my 4K. But the reason I bought the 4K was because all the rigging and everything that you buy for the 4K also fits the 6K because they're the exact same form factor. So I got the 4K and I want to rig out the 4K as a cinema camera. And if I ever need to upgrade, I can get a 6K and then I have... The 6K is an A cam, and I can use the 4K as a B cam.
Yeah. You're smart.
And then I can upgrade to the Ursa Mini Pro, which is...
Is that the expensive one you were
No,
showing
that's
me?
not the 12K. That one's also... I think that one's 8K, the Ursa Mini Pro.
Right.
But that one is like $8,000, I think.
That is insane.
Let me look it up.
Insane amount of money.
I'm not a Why does it keep asking me if I'm a robot?
Because you're probably... I can't do the dad jokes.
I can't do the dad jokes. Meh.
Why are you good at them? Well, you're not even... It's freaking dad jokes.
Oh, so... No, sorry. My fault. The new Ursa Mini Pro is 12K, and that's a $15,000 camera.
Jeez.
The old Ursa Mini Pro, the old Ursa Mini is a 4.6K camera, which is $8,000. And then there's the Ursa Mini 4K, which is $6,000.
Right.
So
would you be looking at the 4.6K one?
Yeah, that would then be the next one. Oh, I honestly think the 6K, the Pocket 6. I don't know. It kind of depends on what it gets used for. Yeah. But
super cool.
So that's
really
why
excited to see it.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited to shoot with it.
Yeah.
I got an email from the place that I bought it from. I was a bit blasphemous. I didn't buy from George's this time. And I was actually...
Don't tell George's.
I'm sorry, George's. I do, in hindsight, regret not buying it from George's.
Yeah.
Because George's price matched and they just didn't get back to me fast enough. Which made me really sad. So I could have bought it from George's.
Damn.
But I didn't.
Sorry, George's.
I'm sorry, George's. I won't fail you in future. I actually won't. I will genuinely go back to George's because
they were good.
They're very good, and the only reason I bought it from somewhere else was because it was way, way, way more expensive at George's.
Right.
But they price matched it like a week later after I'd bought it, and I was like, damn it. That's fine. That's okay. And I ended up buying it from someone else, and they sent me. I've been kind of emailing back and forth with them and being like, "Hey, can you keep me updated?" Because I already knew that the stock in Australia was pretty low. And I sent them an email, and they were like, "Yeah, so Blackmagic isn't really being super responsive with us, so we're not really getting a lot of information from them. But we're getting a new shipment within the next week or two.
Right.
But we're not sure if we have enough in that shipment to fulfill all of our orders, and because you were one of the latest ones to buy it, we might not be able to get yours to you."
Damn.
And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I'm just going to leave my order with them, and I'll get it whenever it comes, is basically the gist. But just means I have to be patient.
Man.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. But, there's nothing. That's the thing. And that's the thing that I always have with these kind of customer service people that work for these companies is like, I understand that a lot of the time you're working, like the people that you're emailing with are people in like large productions, and they're really stressed and they get really frustrated with that sort of thing. So I'm always like, guys, it's fine. Don't worry about it. No stress. I'm not going to cancel my order on you.
No.
Like, it'll come when it comes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with that information, the thing that I really wanted to talk about is that I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Oh.
Because I have to buy a rig for this camera. I have to. It's kind of a necessity for this kind of camera. Now, there are two things that I want to buy. I want to buy another lens.
Yeah.
And I also want to buy this rig. Now, they're both the same price. which is really annoying.
Yeah.
So I want to buy a Sigma lens, a Sigma 18-35, because I need another good quality lens.
Yeah.
Is the thing, but I don't want to buy another L series lens, because I don't. It'll only be for video, really.
Yeah.
But the kit lenses just don't cut it.
Right.
So I want to get a lens that I can just leave on my Blackmagic Cinema camera, which will be because the Blackmagic is going to take over the wide.
Yeah.
Is the ultimate plan.
Okay.
So I want to get an 18-35 to take over for the 18-55 that's currently on that camera.
Yeah.
Now the 18-35 is $850,
Right.
and which is great. That's such a good price.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's quite cheap for a cinema camera.
It's an 18-35 1.8 lens.
I don't know, 1.8
like aperture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a wider aperture than the 24-70 that I have.
Oh.
Which should be good. But yeah, so I want that lens for that, because I'm going to buy both of these regardless. Is basically the thing. And the rig that I want to get is a cage, a top handle, a side handle, an SSD mount, an SSD, a base plate, and rods.
Right.
And that's also $850.
Right.
So I'm like in a pickle.
So which one do you get first? Is that what you're...
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of umming and ahhing about. Because the only lens that I would be able to use on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K is either the 24-70 or the 50mm that I have. That's it.
Right.
So
right.
I can't use the 50.
You can't use the 50mm here.
No.
And that camera's using that lens.
Yes.
Can that camera can't have any other lens that you have?
I don't actually. No, it can't, because that's an EFS lens.
Yeah.
That's an EFS lens, and that's an EFS lens. So the 50mm is the only other lens that it can have on it.
On the
EOS R.
USR.
Yeah. Because it's a full frame body. Yes. So you see my conundrum here. Because I need both of these things.
Because you can't really use a cinema camera, not very well at least, without handles or whatever.
Yes.
Can you?
And I can't
You can't shoot for very long without an SSD.
No. I could shoot for like 9 minutes. So this is my conundrum. This is what I've been umming and ahhing about for the past like week. So where I'm at now is I think I'm going to get the lens first. Because then I can just sit it on, then we can at least use it for the show. Actually, no, we can't, because I don't have an SSD. Shit. Actually, it honestly, it depends on when the camera arrives.
True.
Because like I'm still on so in Australia we have JobKeeper, which is great. Means that I can really like properly upgrade my camera equipment.
Yep.
Without needing to be stressed. And that sort of thing. So basically both of these payments I can do in a month. It's just which one I buy first is basically the gist.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the lens first, because I can use the lens on the 80D as well, and it'll up the quality of the 80D.
But can we get the 50mm to work on the EOS R? Like in this room?
No, absolutely no, definitely not.
It's too close.
Because it is currently at 24mm.
Right.
Yeah.
And weird.
And it would be double that. So you would see
in here
that.
Not even our faces.
For audio listeners, that would be like
the plant.
The plant. You would see the plant. Thanks, Maddie.
Yeah, thanks, Maddie.
Yeah, so conundrum. I reckon I'll get the lens. I think the lens will come first.
I think that's probably the best.
I think I'll do the lens, and then I can just shoot on 64 gig cards for now.
10 minutes at a time.
Well, that's the 4K. I can shoot for
Right. You can 1080p in.
40 minutes in 1080.
Okay.
I think, which is not long enough for the podcast. So,
No.
that being said, we would have to
You have to stop.
actually.
Copy it and then stop again.
Well, I only have 2 SD cards. Right. I still need one for the USR. Man,
This is really.
filmmaking's hard, man. You know what?
This is really.
If I had twice as much money, this would be an easy decision.
I know.
I'd just be like, oh, just buy both.
I 100% get that.
Buy both at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah. But
I think lens first, and use that lens on the 80D, and then get the rig.
Yeah, I think that'll be the go. All right, sweet. It's planned. Done.
Awesome.
That's the plan, Stan. And then like we can still use the black magic sparingly.
Yeah. What can we use it for?
Just
Any sort of side things we do.
Yeah, just anything else basically.
For Instagram Reels.
Instagram Reels. Yeah.
How are you going to hold it though? Because there's no
tripod it.
handle. Oh yeah. It won't fit in the gimbal, will it? It'll be too heavy.
It's made of polycarbonate, so
So maybe.
it might.
Mm.
Maybe. The issue.
That'd be cool.
The other issue with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K is that
Boom.
the advantage is that it takes the same batteries as all of these cameras,
Oh,
which is great.
wow.
But
Does it take two? Like in one?
no, it takes one,
Oh.
but it draws way more power.
I was going to say.
yeah.
How often?
So one battery lasts 20 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Right.
two
That's-
things: you can get a dummy battery to just a power plug.
Mm.
So it'll just power it from a power plug.
Yeah.
Which I think we'll end up doing for
The show.
the show.
Yeah.
The other option is to get V-mount batteries, which are the big blocky boys.
Do they like stick out of the camera?
Yeah, so that's what I need the rails for on the rods on the bottom for.
Right.
Is to mount a V-mount block behind the camera. So the camera will be here, there'll be a V-mount block here, and then the battery will go here, and then there will be a D-tap to DC 12 volt that goes into the camera. And that'll make it go from 20 minutes to anywhere from 2 to 4 hours of shooting.
Okay. Right.
So there's lots to think about. Rigging out a
There's
camera
lots.
has definitely been an interesting challenge to do all that research, because I didn't really think about it all too much. Like I knew that you had to do it for things like the reds and stuff, but
Yeah.
that's because all those parts come separately. But I
Right.
was like, oh yeah, I'll just get a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K and I'll be sweet. Boom, pukaka. No stress. Yeah. I was like, no
Yeah,
stress. And then I bought it and I was like, all right, first things to do with a Blackmagic camera. And they were like, buy a rig. And I was like, all right.
Damn it. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm keen.
That
I'm
would
very
be cool.
excited.
Yes, that'll be very cool.
And it'll definitely be a good quality camera. But yeah.
yeah.
That's,
I'm looking forward to that.
That's what I want to talk about. Do you want to segue into
nice.
something?
Yeah, well, you forgot about this, but you sent me a screenshot the other week. And it was of, I think, a tweet. I don't know who it was. It might have been anonymous.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm just going to read what it said first. So it said, a major label just purchased a beat off my YouTube for $2,500. The beat has 78 views and 3 likes. And then it says, producers, stop overthinking things and just put your content out there.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. Yeah.
Now, I
Yes.
found it very interesting because yes, $2,400, sick.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that's a lifetime license.
Yes, that'll be royalty free.
Yeah.
I
So,
yeah.
what happens if Kanye raps on that beat and it makes
That is
$18 million?
Yes. So that is the tough thing with beat making. It's always, sadly, you're probably going to make more money from selling them outright. Because the likelihood of that beat getting to Kanye and then him rapping on it is fairly slim, unfortunately.
Would you say that it's Slim Shady?
No, I wouldn't.
What about
I wouldn't say that.
Would you say that it's Fatboy Slim?
No, I wouldn't say that either.
What other rappers have Slim in their name?
No. Moving on. But yeah, I think stop overthinking things and just get your content out there. Creative industries is such a grind.
Oh man, it really is.
It is tough,
dude. We made 20 episodes with no pay.
I know,
and now we're getting. Wait. Let me do the maths. Hang on. We're getting 75 cents an episode each now.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
75 cents an episode?
Yeah.
No, surely it's more than that.
Well, 6 months.
I think it's a few dollars, isn't it?
We're getting $6 a month now on the Patreon.
I thought it was 9.
No, it's 6.
Why do I think it was 9?
Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Someone join the Patreon.
Yeah, join the Patreon.
Make it 9.
There's so much cool stuff on there.
There really is.
You're
Oh, we're doing
missing
a quick plug. Go
sure.
to the Patreon. There's heaps of awesome stuff there. The After Froe show, soundcheck shenanigans, behind the scenes content, a bunch of stuff that I upload. There's the last one that I did was a template for filmmakers to organize footage.
Yeah,
that's on there as well. So much stuff. Like, just go check it out.
I've got
Super
plans. I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do an XLR cable.
Awesome. I love that.
Someday.
Yeah, so there will be heaps of content on there. So go check out the Patreon. You get access to the After Froe show in just the $1 tier. There are only 50 of those tiers available, so get in quick while you can.
Yes.
After that, you will have to go straight up to the $5 tier.
Mm-hmm.
And then $5, $10, and $25 tiers all have just awesome benefits in there. So check it out. It's awesome.
Or the $100 one,
or the $100 one.
You get your picture
if you would
here for a
like to
week.
burn your money. Anyway, yeah. So
yeah, it's such a grind.
It really is.
Wait,
we didn't do the maths. Hang on. So $6. We're making $6 a month from Patreon.
So 6 divided by 4.
Oh, it's because it's 9 Australian. That's what you were thinking. It's 6 US though. So I'm working in US dollars now.
Right. Okay.
So it's 6 US a month that we make. Let's not include the cut that Patreon takes. So let's just say it's $6 a month.
Yeah.
Divided by
4.
4 episodes. So
it's more than $1 an episode.
So it's like $1.50.
Not that much. $1.20 maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually
$1.25. Yeah.
$1.25. I'm gonna actually do the maths.
Pretty sure it's $1.25.
All right.
I'm good at maths.
Are you?
I can count to 4.
It's $1.50.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So $1.50, but there's 2 of us. So
you're right.
So I was right. It's 75 cents each an episode.
Together.
No, it's 75. We make 75 cents each an episode. So
how good?
In 10 episodes.
Too much maths now.
In 10 episodes, I could probably get
$7.50.
I could get a crispy chicken Caesar wrap from McDonald's.
In 10 weeks.
Yep.
So we could buy 2 wraps.
Yes.
How good?
Surely we have to do that now.
Go and buy a wrap. That's a video for the Patreon.
That'll be a video. That'll be our first ever purchase
as the Froe show.
As the Froe show will be
a wrap. We promise you guys that'll be our first purchase.
It will be a chicken Caesar wrap from McDonald's.
I love it.
All right, sick. Go on, keep talking about your thing.
Yeah. So I was gonna say everyone they always say work smarter, not harder. But I find in creative industries, it's
the other way around. It's both.
It's both, yeah. You have to work smarter, but to work smarter, you have to work harder.
Yeah.
Even the other day, we were talking and we normally put, I put 24 hours to this thing a week just because I have so much other stuff going on.
We both have jobs and tons of stuff to do outside of what we do together.
It's crazy. And so I was like, cool, Thursdays, just smash out this whole thing all day. And now I'm we're trying to grow and we need to now I need to extend my time that I spend on this thing.
Yeah. I was doing the same. I was like, oh yeah, Thursdays are Froe days. And now it's extended to Thursday and Friday and sometimes Saturday.
Gee.
But it's definitely interesting how that kind of changes.
Yeah. But just make sure you put your stuff out there. I know a lot of people are really, me in particular, I'm not a beat maker, so I don't have the best advice for this, but just in general, getting your stuff out there, building a portfolio for yourself. Because now that beat for this guy has been purchased, they're probably going back through his stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
looking at what else he's done. Yeah. So just get it out there. Get it to your friends. Word of mouth is probably the best marketing strategy ever. So don't underestimate that.
Yeah.
Apart from social media and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, just get it out there.
That's like what we talk about with the show a lot, is that it's all about creating a backlog.
Yeah.
It's all about having just a lot of content, so that if someone
And quality content.
yeah, so that if someone comes and sees one thing that they like, they just go to your profile and they go, oh, there's hundreds of other things that are the exact same. Like that's what I always say with the show is like, even if one of our episodes takes off just completely randomly, we have a backlog of like
of stuff.
Currently
cool
21 episodes.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
12 of which I would say are good. Yeah. I think our turning point for the show was when we did the 2-part Shining episodes.
Yeah, that was good.
And then from then on,
It's kind of just
it's been good. Before then, it's been
don't bother listening. I even saw in our analytics the other day we had like 7 views in the last week on our first episode. I was like, oh,
why? Those thumbnails aren't even good. They're not good thumbnails. Like, I don't know what I was thinking with like the first 12 episodes.
I didn't even know what I was thinking with the processing on it. It's like, hang on, it doesn't even sound like us. It's crazy seeing something that you did 12 months ago and being like, what was I thinking?
Well, I'm like that now with like the first videos on the set.
Really?
Like, I was looking at them the other day. I was like, these are so dark.
Right.
Like, how did I let that be that dark?
Wow.
And it's because obviously it's because I was making do with the lights that I had. But now that we have the like massive softbox, I'm like,
they weren't terrible lights anyway.
They were okay.
Oh, that light's on.
Yeah.
Is that meant to be on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So it's just things like that where I'm like, how did I even let
that happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's creative life though, is that, and it's the thing of like, that's how you know that you're good at what you do now, is if like you know that you need to work if you look at your work and go, this is great, and someone else says, oh, this needs work. Yeah. But you know that you're great if you look at it and go, this needs work, but someone else says this is awesome. Yeah. Like, it's
the best moment.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like that's what I have now a lot with my photography. Yeah. I know my videography still needs work, but my photography, I know that I'm good at that now. And I'm like, I'll send pictures to clients and I'll still in the back, because it gets to a point where like you're tweaking and I'm like, I just have to send this. Yeah. I literally cannot, the amount that I've been paid, I cannot afford to spend more time on this. Yeah. And then you just send it and they go, these are incredible. Yeah. And then they're like, this is my favorite photo. And I'm like, I hate that photo.
I didn't do this or that. Looking back at it, I missed this, and this.
Exactly. So it's all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it definitely is interesting as a creative artist to be like so aware of just everything.
Yeah. It's just
It's work hard, and it's also a bit of luck a lot of the time.
Yeah,
there is a lot of luck involved.
Yeah, in the creative industry, which is sad.
Yeah, but like it's interesting because it is luck, but it's luck that's created by hard work. And I think that's often what's not really spoken about is people that blow up don't just blow up overnight. They blow up because they have spent hundreds of thousands of hours working on what they're doing. Yeah. And I have that a lot with YouTubers who blow up. Like they just out of nowhere they're massive, and then you look at their profile and they have hundreds of videos. Yeah. And it's like, oh, you've been grinding. Yeah. Like hard. Yeah. And that's I think that's one of the most common misconceptions, especially in the kind of content creation world that we live in now, is that these people just blew up overnight, so it's just luck. No. But it's not.
It's getting your stuff out there, and it's being consistent too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, talking about the show, like we work really hard to be consistent with this show. Like every Monday we release an episode, and then I'm very consistent with the clips. The clips come out Monday, Tuesday. No, sorry. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and if there's a fourth clip, Friday.
Yeah.
Like, there's a video being released on the Froe Show channel almost every single day.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
there's always a backlog.
Even just making sure that we get here every Thursday to record.
Yeah. Just blocking out an entire day to record is
it was even crazy, like how Thursdays became a whole day thing, because it used to just be a morning thing.
Yeah.
And I'd go off to work in the afternoon or something, but now I'm like, no, I actually can't work on Thursdays now because I need the entire day.
Yeah, like it's as we've gotten better at what we do, it's taken longer and longer for us to get our work done.
Yeah.
Like I'm editing the video episode well into Friday now because like we have other projects that we want to do when we're here together on a Thursday as well. So
We can talk about those projects more next week. I think.
Yeah. We were going to talk about it today, but we ran out of time.
That's all right. I'm keen
we
to
have,
talk about that.
but we do have super exciting news for next week's episode.
Yeah.
So make sure you're here for that. There's some big changes coming, so make sure you check it out. But yeah, so as we've evolved as a show, I'm just thinking of the stuff that we're going to talk about next week.
Oh, right,
saying
yeah.
that how we've evolved as a show,
I'm
how
keen.
we've evolved as a show, and soon a company. Sorry, who said that? What? Sorry.
I don't have to. Sorry, I shouldn't be coughing.
Our workflow's gotten a lot more intense, and we've got a lot more work to do outside of just record, because it was just record, edit, upload,
Done.
and even then, when it was editing, it was just one wide angle, chuck it together, cut, export, upload, done. But now it's like multicam, color grade, audio editing, syncing. Making good thumbnails is also very difficult, and it's like adding all the little things, like the things that you've been seeing the entire episode like our social media handles and stuff. Those don't come out of thin air. I make them.
They're insane. They're so cool though.
All that sort of thing. Like it's just the little things that kind of add up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that next week we will talk about our big change that's coming, which is super. Like I'm so excited.
I'm really excited too.
And I think I also next week want to talk a little bit about like our analytics and kind of how we go about,
just how we react to them, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
You have a Foley fact. We really have to wrap it up. We've
We
talked
do.
for way too long.
We have. Another thing, we just...
I have so much stuff that I didn't talk about.
Anyway.
All right. Let's play the Foley fact song.
Joe's got a Foley fact. Foley fact. Joe's got a Foley fact. Yeah.
I made that song at midnight while the rest of my family was
quite
asleep.
good.
So I was just I had my mic and I was just sitting there like, Joe's got a Foley fact. Yeah.
Production quality is impressive.
Oh,
for
thank you.
midnight.
I just chucked some reverb on it and
And
called
a
it a
bit
day.
of delay, yeah. I noticed. But this Foley fact is actually a one that's been used in a movie. Quite a big movie, actually.
Transformers.
Not bigger.
Bigger. Star Wars.
Yes.
Oh, actually?
But is it The Force Awakens? Is that number 7?
Yeah.
In The Force Awakens, it's the sound of BB-8 on the sand. Yeah, just the sound of him moving around.
All right. How do they do it?
It's
Pray
actually
tell.
BB-8 is a disco ball.
Sorry?
So they use the
They just roll a disco ball on some
just,
sand.
I think they actually spun it. So they didn't even roll it like he would roll. They kind of just spun it, maybe did a few different rolls, but it's a disco ball on gravel.
I really like that fact. That makes me really happy.
So yeah. And so the different the weird shape of the ball like makes it kind of gritty and
Yeah.
different, but yeah, he's a disco ball.
Yeah. Good on your BB-8. Live your best life.
So cute. I love BB-8.
All right. We'll finish it up there
Let's
for
wrap it
today.
up.
We talked so much today, and there's
I know.
still so much I want to talk about, but I think we'll cover some of it in the Patreon show. So make sure you check it out.
Oh yeah.
Again, so much effort goes into the Patreon show. Check it out. Patreon.com/The Froe Show. Just so much there.
2 coffees a year.
2 coffees a year. Exactly. Yeah, we would really appreciate it if you checked it out. Also, you can check us out on all of our social media at The Froe Show on everything. I saw a couple of people actually liked our Facebook page this week. So
I did see that too, yeah.
thank you to those people. We really
Yeah.
appreciate you. And yeah, so go check us out there. We post clips, and I want to get more
Tons of cool
active
stuff.
on Instagram stories as well on The Froe Show.
Yes.
So we'll probably end up being there a little bit as well. And we'll be checking out Instagram Reels as well.
Yeah.
Which should be cool.
Get
So
on that.
get on that. Otherwise, Joe, do you have anything you want to say?
See you next week.
See you next week. Thank you so much, guys. We will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Are you ready, Joe? You gonna fade it?
Oh.
Goodbye.